If you enjoy this podcast summary, please consider subscribing. Dr. Joe Dispenza is a renowned expert in the field of neuroscience and biology of change, and he's here to share his insights on how to live without fear and anxiety forever. He's worked with millions of people, including Navy SEALs, special ops, and prisoners, to help them overcome trauma and create a new reality. According to Dr. Joe, the key to change is to become aware of our unconscious habits and make a conscious decision to change. He emphasizes that insight alone is not enough to change behavior, and that we need to focus on creating a new reality rather than reliving the past. He shares that the memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom, and that we need to let go of the past in order to move forward. Dr. Joe also talks about the importance of forgiveness and how it can help us to break free from emotional addictions. He explains that forgiveness is not about justifying or accepting the wrongdoing of others, but rather about freeing oneself from the negative emotions associated with the experience. The conversation also touches on the topic of psychedelics and their potential to induce certain brainwave states. However, Dr. Joe emphasizes that the goal is to be able to access these states naturally, without the need for external substances. Dr. Joe shares his approach to reprogramming the mind, which involves being in a theta state and being exposed to the right kind of stimulus. He explains that when people connect with a higher level of energy and frequency, they experience a sense of ecstasy and bliss. The conversation also delves into the topic of routine and its value in managing stress. Dr. Joe suggests that instead of using the word routine, it's more about setting aside time for oneself to be alone and reflect. He shares his own morning routine, which includes meditation and setting intentions for the day. Dr. Joe also talks about the concept of brain-heart coherence, which refers to the connection between the brain and the heart. He explains that when the brain and heart are in sync, it can lead to a state of global coherence, where the entire brain is working together as one neurological network. The conversation also touches on the topic of the quantum field and how it can be used to create a new reality. Dr. Joe explains that the quantum field is an invisible field of energy that exists beyond our senses, and that it's what governs the behavior of particles. He emphasizes that to tap into this field, we need to take our attention off our bodies, our environment, and linear time. Dr. Joe also shares his thoughts on the nature of the divine, describing it as a person who is more conscious, mindful, willful, loving, and giving. He believes that we are not linear beings living a linear life, but rather dimensional beings living a dimensional life. Overall, Dr. Joe Dispenza's insights offer a powerful approach to living without fear and anxiety forever. By becoming aware of our unconscious habits, making a conscious decision to change, and tapping into the quantum field, we can create a new reality and live a more fulfilling life. Main learning from video. Dr. Joe Dispenza shares his expertise on the neuroscience and biology of change and how to make measurable changes in our lives. He emphasizes the importance of becoming conscious of our unconscious beliefs and habits, and how to create a new reality by focusing on elevated emotions like gratitude, appreciation, and love. The conversation also touches on the topics of trauma, emotional addictions, and the power of meditation and mindfulness in rewiring our brain and body. Dr. Joe Dispenza shares his approach to creating a new reality through connection with a higher level of energy and frequency, and how this can lead to improved mental and physical health. The key takeaways from this conversation include the importance of becoming aware of our unconscious habits and making a conscious decision to change, and the power of elevated emotions in creating a new reality. By understanding the power of our minds and the quantum field, we can start to live without fear and anxiety forever and create a life of abundance and joy. Ultimately, the power to change lies within us, and by making a commitment to ourselves and taking consistent action, we can create a new reality and live a more fulfilling life. It starts with setting a goal and being committed to it, even if it means overcoming initial discomfort. By focusing on the desired outcome and feeling the emotions associated with it, the body begins to biologically change, making progress towards the goal. This process involves letting go of old thoughts and behaviors that hold us back, and instead cultivating a new identity. By becoming aware of our unconscious habits and making a conscious decision to change, we can create a new reality and live a more fulfilling life. If you are interested to listen to complete 23-minute summary and unlock detailed insights for each topic discussed in the video, check out quick podcast summaries on Spotify and Apple Podcasts with free trial and later just for the price of 10. Happy listening.